Hola, my friends. I hope you're all well, and I hope that you can hear me because I'm in this, beautiful setting and there's wind. So I hope that you can hear me. But I wanted to do my intro today because the rest of the week is just very, very busy. And I know that if I try to do it on Wednesday, it's just going to be crazy. So I'm going to do the intro today. So like Nick said, this week on Instagram, we're speaking about stress. And why are we speaking about stress? So one, like Nick said, everyone can relate to it. But more importantly, at the Life I Choose, we work with high achievers. And high achievers are people who put a lot of expectations on themselves, right? They're people who tend to end up with very demanding jobs, with very demanding schedules. They're mamas who work as well, They're or mamas who just put a lot of pressure on themselves. Like we work with people, even students who put a lot of pressure on themselves. We work with people who expect a lot from themselves. They have very, very high standards for what they want to achieve and what they want to contribute to the world. And as a result, they end up experiencing stress. Now, stress is not a big deal. Everyone experiences stress, and stress is good for us because it gives us a kick in the ass, right? It lets us know, hey, you need to get things going, you need to get things moving. Like, for example, recently I started feeling stress about the baby coming because I was like, oh my God, there's still so much to do, there's still so much to organize, and get together. And the stress was good, it gave me the energy to get things sorted, to sign me and Pete up for certain classes and to go out and buy certain things that we needed. But at the same time, like, stress can become damaging when it becomes chronic, right? When you experience it like way too much. And the majority of us spend our lives in a state of stress more than we spend it in a state of calm, right? And the thing is that when we're in a state of stress, we step into fight or flight. So the body goes into survival mode, and the body does not prioritize rest and digest. So it becomes very difficult to heal. You end up with tummy problems, you end up with chronic conditions like fibromyalgia or whatever else, infertility issues. The list can just go on, and you can end up with much worse situations as well. And by worse, I'm not saying that the others aren't bad on their own. I'm just saying more life-threatening, for example. So managing stress becomes very, very important, right? Because we do lead stressful lives. Like, the majority of us are busy. We have a lot of different responsibilities. We have work responsibilities, we have family responsibilities, God knows what else you're dealing with. There's a lot. And the thing is that you're never going to be able to put your life on hold. Like, as in, you can do it occasionally. You can go on holiday, or you can go to the spa. But stress is never going to go away. So it's really about how do you approach it, right? How can you make your life enjoyable even with the high demands? When you're a high achiever and you have this kick-ass career, and you're really rocking and rolling in it. Maybe you run your own business, or you run your own team, or whatever. You're just kicking ass, But because you're kicking ass, more and more responsibility comes to you. Like, it grows and grows and grows. How do you still keep it fun? So this is what we're talking about this week, and I'm going to give you some tips. So I want to give you 2 tips that have really resonated with me and that really work for me. So one is to think about our lives as an infinite game, right? Some of you may be familiar with Simon Sinek's work. And Simon Sinek wrote a book called The Infinite Game. And basically he speaks about the difference between finite games and infinite games. And finite games, there's like an ending to it. It's like a match of football, for example. There's a beginning and end. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. But for example, if you think about business, there's no like beginning, end, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. It's just about staying in the game for as long as you possibly can. And I see life a bit like that, kind of, it's about staying in the game. But staying in the game can become extremely exhausting. So how do you stay in the game and enjoy it. So when you think about life as an infinite game and you want to stay in it, you need to bring fun to it, right? As high achievers, we tend to have this way of approaching work and our goals. Like we want it all and we want it now, and it has to happen really, really fast. So we work and we work and we work and we prioritize work over everything else. And it's like, slow down. What's the rush? Like, why are you running? You know, like, do press pause sometimes and, you know, go out on the boat, or like, you know, get off social media for a week, or even just take a break during the day. Like, what's the rush? Why are you trying to cram everything into 1 week, 1 month, 1 year? You know, Tony Robbins always says we tend to overestimate how much we can achieve in a year and underestimate how much we can achieve in 3. So we tend to always be running. But it's important to walk, right? Because if you're always running, you're going to burn out. You can't constantly be in a state of stress because, you know, you're going to burn out. It's not going to be good for you. You're going to end up getting unwell. So slow down and incorporate fun, like actually prioritize fun. And Pete and I were speaking about this yesterday and how important it is to like have fun. Like both Pete and I were super hard workers, and like we get stressed and we get frustrated, and sometimes we meet each other in a frustrated mood and then we get frustrated with each other. And the truth is, it has nothing to do with him and me. Like, it's just that we're frustrated. But we need to prioritize fun, you know. We need to, like, at the end of the day, go and have a swim, or we need to go out with our friends. We need to prioritize going out with our friends, stuff like that. You know, it's like sometimes we forget about having fun. We forget about that element of balance, you know. So fun. And my last and final tip is trusting the universe or God or the field or whatever you want to call it. And this, I find, this is my holy grail. Like, this is what I really, really believe in. So like lately, everything's been transitioning for me, right? I'm becoming a mother. My body has changed. My business has changed. Like, the nature of my business has changed. I'm moving out of my place. I'm moving in with my parents because we're going to be doing works on my house. So like everything's changing and a lot of things feel out of control. And the fear response to change is to want to control. It's to want to find solutions. It's to want to rush to a solution. But the truth is, I can't rush to a solution. I need to let go. I need to let go into the flow of things. And that involves trusting life. Trusting life to be on your side, like it always has, looking at the good that's in your life and kind of acknowledging that there is a safe base, like kind of looking at what you do have in your life and saying, like, you know, these are my constants, like my family, my partner, you know, the fact that, you know, yeah, my business is changing, but oh my God, it's grown so much, and what fun, like what a privilege, you know, and just trusting that life is going to support you with all of these changes. And you know, this mindset shift from a state of fear to a state of trust, or from a state of lack to abundance, makes everything different, because then you can deal with stress better, right? Unexpected things come up and you're just like, okay, we'll figure it out. It's okay. And we don't need to figure it all out now. Like, we'll figure it out. So anyway, guys, I hope that you found this helpful. Don't forget that we do lifestyle strategy sessions. And if you want to work on the way that you approach stress, or if you want to create a higher quality of life for yourself, we can guide you with this. So just DM me for information about how sessions and how they work and what their prices are and stuff like that. We'll send you all of the information that you need, and I will match you with a strategist who is absolutely kick-ass and will help you to achieve the results that you want.